Hello everyone, welcome to another DSP video. Unfortunately, there won't be a game today. I won't be doing the guess what I'm drawing game I've been doing. The last person won. I can't remember his username. I'm sorry, but I promised him I was gonna watch Supernatural season 1 and review it on my main channel. So I'm gonna do that after I catch up with a lot of other work that I've been kind of stacking. So uh, until I feel comfortable to opening another contest like that again, until then, I won't be doing that for now. Hope you guys are okay with that. That's a little something I want to kind of tell you right now is that I won't be able to do uh, these contests every day because I don't want to be like saying okay every day then have 10 people guess the drawing right and then having 10,000 things to do. I'm not gonna do that, but I will do it once I catch up with all my work and stuff like that. So I haven't done a video with DSP in like a while. I know that. I know he did a video on where's the fair use. I might do a video on that. I'm probably gonna check it out this week if I decide to. Otherwise, yeah, I might just do the Ask the King. But I think there's one this coming week. But let's get started. I'm gonna just move this up a little bit. Whoa, that's a little too soon. That's fine.
Whoops. Sorry about that little glitch in the intro there, everybody. What is up, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Weekly Preview. Today is Sunday the 28th. Wow, it's the next to last day of February 2016. Hopefully you've been having a good week, you've had a good month, and you enjoyed everything that I put out for you. It's basically the end of this slew of content and the beginning of a whole new slew of stuff coming up. I'm going to kind of give you a brief view of the upcoming month in this video so you know what exactly to expect, at least in the coming month. Also, obviously, so I can get your feedback on what you think about that stuff. But obviously, I also want to review a little bit about the stuff I did this past week because it kind of was not really a jumble, but it was more kind of not certain what I was going to be doing each day because I didn't know how far we're getting each game. I finally now have answers for you on what you're going to see the end of playthroughs, when you're going to see reviews and stuff. It's all coming this week, so that's good news. But before we get to any of that, I just want to draw attention. I know I have to do this first in this video. Some people don't like that. Over down to the corner here to the Patreon link, patreon.com/darksidephil. Why am I bringing this up? Because there's only one day left as of the time that I'm filming this week of preview for you to pledge for the month of February. Now you might say, but I took a look and it says that you've hit the goal for the month. I have a funding goal every month. It's $1,250. And this month, as of right now on the Patreon page, it says $1,250. It's not 100% accurate. It could end up being more and it could end up being less. It really depends on how many pledges actually go through. Because every month now I'm getting a certain number of people who get declined. And unfortunately, yeah, it happens and there's no control over it. So that number you see on the page isn't accurate. In addition, traditionally, last minute, a few people realize, oh man, I had a bigger pledge last.
But okay, so here's the thing, okay. I saw his Patreon. I was saying he's gonna reach the goal. I know he's gonna reach the goal because he always does his miracle goal reaching. He always does it. He always does it. And then now it's like he reached it at the last few last days, whatever, to $1,250, the exact amount. So obviously someone is either trolling him or people gotten to that amount. I really, really hope he doesn't make the goal because I want to see. It didn't sound whatever, but I kind of want to see how he would react to not reaching the goal. He might. I don't know if he ever. According to him, he always reached the goal last year. I want to see him not reach it, see how he's going to react to it, because I have a feeling, I have a hunch, he's going to blame his viewers that they didn't make the goal. Like, he's not going to say, like, well, we didn't make the goal, so maybe next time we're going to reach it. I have a feeling he's going to say, well, if viewers gave more money, we would have reached the goal, or something. It's something. I just have a feeling he's gonna blame the viewers for not reaching the goal. I just have a feeling, but especially with the contract renegotiation. And honestly, I don't think he deserves that much money for what he's offering. I mean, I've seen other Patreons, and they have decent goals. His goals are just kind of ridiculous. I don't know. So let's continue.
Last month, and I can't do that this month, and then they reduce it. I'm fully expecting a few of those to come through in the next 24 hours. So just because this page says, oh, we've hit the goal by the dollar, by the way, we're like dead on to $12.50 right now. It's not guaranteed. The best way, obviously, to be guaranteed would if it was a little bit over. So if you have not yet considered it, if you have not yet checked it out, check out my Patreon page. There's personal perks you can earn for a pledge. If we hit this goal level, I'll be doing another platforming marathon, which is really...
Also, you know, the thing is, I think the reason why he oh, my phone's going off somewhere. He didn't reach the goal. I have a hunch that he didn't reach it because of the whole drama with Alpha Omega Sin. That's my theory. I just have a feeling that that whole thing kind of shot him in the foot. So that's my theory. That's why I don't think he did so well with Patreon this month. I think it was because of that drama.
Awesome. The patrons who pledge $5 or more within the next 24 hours will be choosing whether or not I'll be doing the conclusion to my Conker's Bad Fur Day HD playthrough that I started in December, or if I'll be starting up a Crash Bandicoot 3 playthrough, or if I'll be starting up a Banjo-Kazooie HD playthrough. So 3 options, and you get control over that. If you pledge $5 or more, you'll be voting. Okay? So, please do. I'll let you know next weekend, if we hit the goal. I'll have more info. Hopefully enough of the patrons will have been charged properly that I can do a thank you to the patrons credits roll. I can only do that when this stuff goes through properly, so let's see what happens. If not, it'll be the next weekend preview where you'll see that for the month of February, okay? Speaking of Patreon, big update for those of you who were patrons in the month of January. As of right now, the nominations thread for the upcoming Patrons Choice event is closed. I'm going to look at that thread. I'm going to literally write down every game that was nominated. I'm going to tally it up, and I'm going to probably pick like the top 3 to 5 games there that were nominated, and we're going to put them in a poll, and people will vote in that poll on what game they would like to see me play starting in mid to late March and probably continuing into a little bit into early April. Whether or not it will become a full-on, full game playthrough, number 1, depends on the length of the game, obviously. And number 2, depends on how many people are enjoying it, and if it's something that people are demanding that eventually I do a full playthrough of, I might. Okay? Now, I know some people will say, but, Phil, the Patron's Choice playthroughs you did in the past were full playthroughs. Well, not true, because Minecraft certainly wasn't. Minecraft was just me trying different modes of the game. Persona 4... the Patron's Choice playthrough was a 4-session, but I liked the game so much, I personally decided to do a full playthrough of it. And same thing with Fallout New Vegas. In fact, Fallout New Vegas had people double vote. They've 2 months where it basically kind of supported that playthrough to keep going with Patreon funding. So we'll see what happens with whatever wins the polls, and we'll go from there. Okay? So that's it for the patron stuff. Let's get to the week this week, what you can expect.
Really
First of all, tonight, obviously, I'm doing the week.
He made his poll. People thought that he was gonna like rig it, or you know, whatever. But I think he's gonna just rig the voting for these games. But he said that it's gonna be 8 hours, and I think it's the gameplay. I would go on a field trip, but I just don't feel like going all the way to Twitter and all that stuff. So he did say. What's it called? That was 8 hours, and who knows what those 8 hours is going to entail.
Preview, and tonight I'll be creating that poll on my forums on thekingofhate.com where patrons from January will be voting on what game you want to see me start a playthrough of in mid to late March, okay? Excuse me. This week, what can you expect? Monday, the conclusion of Far Cry Primal is coming on my gameplay stream. I actually beat both bosses of the game, but from what I'm to understand, there's some kind of not really post-game content, but the game doesn't necessarily end once you beat the tribes. There's a few other story-based things to do in the game before you get the formal ending. In addition, there's 1 or 2 kind of Easter eggs that I might want to do and maybe do an extra beast hunt or something like that. So basically, I'm going to be playing the game 1 more stream this Monday. Okay? Monday night, I'm going to be reviewing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Now, you might say, but Phil, you didn't complete all the content of the game. How dare you be such a hypocrite? I actually got someone who tweeted me out as a hypocrite today. It was hilarious. How dare you be such a hypocrite for reviewing a game before you've completed it? Well, the bottom line is those of you who've been watching the gameplay know that I've played every single competitive mode, that I've played both the garden and graveyard ops, so both sides of the almost tower survival, what's it called? Tower defense style gameplay, okay? I've also done the campaign. There is a single-player story campaign for both sides. I've done the entire campaign for zombies, and now that I've done about an hour of the plants campaign, I can confirm they're almost identical. The only difference is you're playing with the 3 new classes of plant and zombie in each one, and then you get a big finale. I don't need to fully finish each one of those in time for the review to know what it's going to be in it, alright? I know the length and everything, so I know exactly what this game entails, and I'm ready to review it. I've certainly played the hell out of it this week with multiple streams, and I really think that I could do a pretty good review of it tomorrow night. So that'll be Monday night. The Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 review will go live.
So hypocritical, because he's just going off the assumption that, well, they said... Hold on, I want to hear that again. I want to hear this entire thing again.
Entire campaign for zombies, and now that I've done about an hour both sides of the almost tower survival, what's it called? Tower defense style gameplay, okay? I've also done the campaign. There is a single-player story campaign for both sides. I've done the entire campaign for zombies, and now that I've done
okay, we're not...
Garden Warfare 2. Now, you might say, but Phil, you didn't complete all the content of the game. How dare you be such a hypocrite? I actually got someone who tweeted me out as a hypocrite today. It was hilarious. How dare you be such a hypocrite for
Really? Someone said I'm a hypocrite because I'm gonna review a game, and it's like, really? Because you are a hypocrite. You literally, like, someone who didn't listen to this explanation that you're cooking up. That's a hypocrite, because you said so many times that people don't play the full game and then they review it. That's not a full experience. He shat on so many people for doing that, and now he's doing that, and now he's making fun of someone for saying that he's hypocritical for it. Come on. Propaganda machine right here, guys.
Viewing a game before you've completed it. Well, the bottom line is those of you who've been watching the gameplay know that I've played every single competitive mode, that I've played both the garden and graveyard ops, so both sides of the almost tower survival, what's it called? Tower defense style gameplay, okay? I've also done the campaign. There is a single-player story campaign for both sides. I've done the entire campaign for zombies, and now that I've done about an hour of the plants campaign, I can confirm they're almost identical. The only difference is you're playing with the 3 new classes of plant and zombie in each one, and then you get a big finale. I don't need to fully finish each one of those in time for the review to know what it's going to be in it, alright? I know the length and everything, so I know exactly what this game entails, and I'm ready to review it. I've certainly played the hell out of it this week with multiple streams, and I really think that I could do a pretty good review of it tomorrow night. So that'll be Monday night. The Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 review will go live on KOGaming, which is at youtube.com.
That doesn't make any... It's not a reason. That's an excuse. He's just saying, well, I haven't... He's not even experiencing it. He's just saying, well, I know it's this. So that at that point, anyone could just go to a reviewer, tell them, well, this is what's in the game, and then they can just write a review then. So he's even doing things worse than than the reviewers he's shitting on, because he's not even experiencing the game at that point. At least the reviewers, when they review it, they're experiencing their own gameplay, and they're talking about what they've experienced. And then, they might say, like, oh, well, these missions just get to be the same after a while. Or whatever. He's just saying, well, I know what it is, so I don't really need to play it to give you my thoughts. So he's giving us his thoughts on stuff that he hasn't even played. Well, I'm pretty sure reviewers who just played the core game in the review, I'm pretty sure in the review they go in as far as the stuff that they have played. And if stuff that they haven't played, they might, just say, like, oh, and there's more stuff, or, or something. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
/KOGaming 1, okay? And then Tuesday, I'm going to be returning to Street Fighter V for one major stream. It's going to be me doing online play. And I don't know how I'm going to do, because everyone's basically gotten a week ahead of me now. You know what I mean? A week ahead of me in experience in playing online. And I really am going to be probably a little rusty just to start off to begin with. What I may do is try to play with characters that are staples, like either Ryu or Ken, and then maybe do some Rashid. I like Nikali, but I don't know if I'm good enough with
Man,
him
he
to really
shits
hang with
on
these
like
people
10
in the
players
ranked
and now
matches
with the
online. They were quite good last time I played. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter. As long as I'm playing and learning, that's all I care about. And last time I played, I had great matches with great players who knew what they were doing. A lot of them whooped my ass, but I enjoyed it because I was like, wow, I learned something here, I learned something here. Now we're learning, and that's the important thing about Street Fighter.
He had these fights that he lost or he got salty in, and he wasn't gonna upload them. But then since there was like nothing going on or something, there was some reason, and then he's like, well, I guess I'll upload them. So yeah, okay, so whatever. And now he's just doing this because he wants to cash in on Street Fighter 5. And it's kind of funny that he had people unsub from him because he's doing Street Fighter 5, and those people haven't really came back, and if anything, the sub count's even decreasing even more now. And he's gonna do Street Fighter 5 on Tuesday. And he's a week behind. At this point, like, I've kind of been playing hit or miss with Street Fighter 5. I've not been playing it like all week, but I've been playing it. I have a feeling that I might be able to beat him with my Armika. Just saying, I might be able to beat him. I'm not going to promise anything, but I might be able to if I ever see him online.
So that's going to be the stream that I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. Tuesday night, I'll be putting together and releasing my review of Far Cry Primal. So, right there, kind of the first chunk of the week, I'll be finishing off the ongoing stuff. Now, Wednesday, since I did not get to finish the Plants side campaign of Plants vs. Zombies, I'd like to do it. Even though I've already reviewed the game, I want to finish the Plants campaign. So I am going to be doing that on my gameplay stream on Wednesday. I'll be finishing up the Plant side, and I'll probably do my final little mini session of online gameplay. Now, I want to make this abundantly clear. I said this in the...
But why not just wait to do that then? Or why not just do that thing that you said on Monday? I mean, I guess you would have to balance Far Cry Primal, but then why not just do 2 streams? Or do a stream and do something offline? Why not do Far Cry offline, do Plants vs. Zombies on stream, and then you can review it on Wednesday? Or review it on Thursday? Or Friday? But then that would mean that he can't do anything else because he can't do 2 things in his entire day. He wakes up at like 12. Oh, no, he streams at 12, my bad. I'm thinking of my time. He wakes up at like 10, and then he streams at 12. He wakes up like an unemployed person does. So there you go. He has the unemployed person's sleep schedule, which is not really good.
Pre-stream today.
Take a sip.
I did not have time to do any kind of fan appreciation or multiplayer in Garden Warfare 2 this week. Sorry about that. I'm not trading the game in. I like the game so much, and it's certainly a game that lends itself to multiplayer, that I'm keeping it purposely, so that if there is a free time coming up, say on a random weekend or something, and I have a stream that I really don't have anything planned, I'll say, okay, I'm going to do Garden Warfare 2 today, and people can join me, all right? Or there's going to be upcoming expansions and DLCs for it. I think some of them are supposed to be free, and I'll be doing those, and then you could join in then if I do multiplayer, okay? So no worries to those who want to play the game with me. Eventually, there should be a situation.
Okay, honestly, I'm just going to say this. How many people play Plants vs. Zombies? I don't think any one of Phil's fans plays that game. I don't care about that game, and I play games. I don't care about Plants vs. Zombies. Who cares about that game? The only people who I know kind of care are people who probably played them on tablets, and that's really it. It's not really someone who be watching DSP. And I think that's kind of why no one watches. That's why I think his views on Plants vs. Zombies have been doing too well, because no one cares about Plants vs. Zombies. When it was on E3 last year, no one gave a shit. Everyone was like, okay, who cares, move on. And so why would anyone care about Plants vs. Zombies now? beyond me.
Where you can. I just have to get that far, you know what I mean? But right now I'm
You know
so
what I
busy.
mean?
I didn't expect the story to be as long as it is. I thought I was going to finish the game today, and next thing you know, I'm not even done with it yet. So it is what it is, okay?
It is what it
Wednesday
is.
night, there will be nothing new because I'm going to be doing my taxes. I hate doing my taxes. It is such an annoying and tedious thing to go through a year's worth of statements on my credit cards, on my PayPal, who paid me what did I spend on this, when, and I have to put all this info into a spreadsheet. It takes hours to do. It's fucking boring as shit, and it's annoying because if you fuck up one or two numbers, the whole thing gets fucked up with the formulas, and you gotta fix it. And I gotta get all those documents and scan stuff and send it all to my accountant, and it's gonna take a while. So Wednesday, I'm gonna be miserable, but it has to be done. So Wednesday night, nothing new. Okay. Thursday, the return of Ask the King.
Well, I like how he hates doing things basic adults do every year. I mean, taxes suck, sure, but you just have to do them. Unfortunately, taxes aren't optional. And he's like, I hate doing taxes. And it's like, and he goes into this whole thing, so it kind of sounds like that he hates doing it because he's gonna look at all his expenditures, and he's gonna be like, oh, I spent money on a hamburger every week. And maybe when he does his taxes, he'll realize where his money is going, and maybe he'll change where he's allotting his money. But now, since he got a contract renegotiation, maybe he should get a job. Just saying.
It's been over a month since I did an episode. It was actually late January when I did the last one. So that means that all your questions that you've submitted on thekingofhate.com for this episode will be addressed. And, I'll be picking the best ones to answer on this episode this coming Thursday. So if you have not yet, please go post up your questions for Ask the King. You have very limited time left. In addition, for the patrons who pledged $20 in the month of January, and you put up your questions on the KingofHate.com forums to get them answered, they will be answered in this episode of Ask the King. No worries, okay? If you're a February patron, chances are your stuff won't even be processed by Thursday. That's only the 3rd of March. So the next time that I do Ask the King, which may be the end of March or very early April, that's when your questions will be answered. Just to make that abundantly clear, there's no way I'll get your pledges processed, your forum account upgraded, and get your question in within 3 days. It's just not going to happen, okay?
Gonna happen,
all right, so that's Thursday. It will not be live streamed. It's going to be my first session of work on Thursday will be Ask the King, but it's not going to be live streamed. Thursday night right now, I'm purposely leaving open. And the reason I'm purposely leaving it open is because I'm not sure what I want to do. I might do a vlog of some sort. It could be about current events. It could be me just shooting the shit. It could be a lot of things. It could be me doing a new tour of the office now that things have really settled in the past several months and really nothing's changed since, the middle of last.
What? That? Okay, hold on. Let's just take it back a little bit, Phil.
Leaving open. And the reason I'm purposely leaving it open is because I'm not sure what I want to do. I might do a vlog of some sort. It could be about current events. It could be me just shooting the shit. It could be a lot of things. It could be me doing.
So, what kind of current events would he talk about? There's nothing going on. We don't know what's going on Wednesday or Thursday. We don't know what's going on Thursday. What's he gonna shoot the shit about? Is he just gonna be like, hey guys, welcome to Phil Shoots the Shit, and I'm gonna talk about my tax. It's probably gonna talk about his taxes. I have a feeling he's gonna talk about his taxes, which is, you shouldn't really talk about your taxes, but he probably will, knowing him. He's gonna be like, this happened, and then that happened, and then, I went downstairs to look at the hamsters. So it's just like, why not just play Street Fighter 5 or Plants vs. Zombies that day? There's so many things you could do, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I might do a vlog. I might do something. I might
doing a new tour of the office now that things have really settled in the past several months and really nothing's changed.
He's the one that takes a tour of the office now that things have settled down, but nothing has changed. So what would separate him doing this other tour and then doing the tour they did last time if nothing changed. So, if anything, if nothing has changed, you're doing a tour, that's going to do even less views than if you changed something and they did a tour of it. Dude, even him trying to be a view whore, he's doing a shitty job of it. Like, you could argue that what I'm doing here, this is pretty much view whore because I get, when I get like all these views for doing these kind of videos, it's like, oh man, views. But I don't care because these are DSP videos. But he might as well just be doing videos on himself then, or do something like this then. At this point, this is ridiculous.
Since shit, the middle of last year, it could be me walking through the house. It could be me doing the hamsters. I don't know. It could be anything. I would like to do some video Thursday night. I just don't know what it's gonna be yet. Okay, so I don't want to promise you anything, but certainly I'd like to put out a video.
So why not do Heat Live again? He's not gonna do Heat Live? He canceled the Heat Live. He canceled that show. But now he's saying that he doesn't know what he's gonna do this Thursday. Why not just do Heat Live? I mean, Heat Live sucks, but it's something. But I don't know.
Thursday night, and we'll see what happens. Friday is big. Friday, we got a new game release, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many people are even aware of this. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U is being released on Friday. Now, this is momentous for two reasons, okay? Number one, because it's the only new game released the week, right? There's nothing else new coming out in the first week of March, and because of that, it's kind of a slow week, which is why I'm finishing up other projects and stuff and doing Ask the King. So it's good that finally on Friday, rather than having an entire dead week, Friday we get to start playing a brand new game. I have not played a Zelda game in a while. If you remember, about a year ago, I played Majora's Mask on the 3DS. Unfortunately, that playthrough has been defunct since last summer, and I can't bring it back, and I apologize to everyone, but there's fan art in the template that I used for it, and I cannot have fan art in my videos thanks to the abusive YouTube copyright system that is run by robots. It is 100% the fault of YouTube and Google, as well as the malicious parties who flag my videos for using templates and fan art. And there's no way around it. I can't bring the playthrough back. I don't think there'll be ever, unless YouTube fixes their system, there's no way for me to ever bring the playthrough back. Sorry. I hope you enjoyed it while it was live, okay? Before that, I hadn't played a Zelda game since Skyward Sword. So it's been a long freaking time.
By the way, you could also look up, this is how you don't play Majora's Mask, that whatever, that it's him playing Majora's Mask, yeah. You can just watch that. It's online. Basically the same game. I mean, he got confused with Zora Eggs. Zora Eggs. That threw him off. Okay. And then he says Skyward Sword. He played Wind Waker HD. That came out after Skyward Sword. I'm pretty sure it came out after Skyward Sword. I'm like 80% sure. So, okay, maybe he's gonna mention Wind Waker, but okay.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to this. I've never played Twilight Princess. I've never seen Twilight Princess. I've never even seen the game in action. The only stuff I've ever seen from Twilight Princess were like stills in magazines, no lie. So I really don't even know much about it. I think that Link can transform into a wolf or something. Wolf. That's all I know about the game. So I'll be very interested to play this game for the first time. Link can transform into a wolf or something. That's all I've never seen Twilight Princess. I've never even seen the game in action. The only stuff I've ever seen from Twilight Princess were like stills in magazines, no lie. So I really don't even know much about it. I think that Link can transform into a wolf or something. That's
wolf. He transforms into a wolf. That is my fate. Wolves out there, I'm sorry. You're wolves now. I'm gonna call you wolves. If you watch this video, I'm going to take another video thing from Tevin. Sorry, Tevin. You're great. Sorry to do this. Put in the comments either hashtag woof or Twilight Woof. I don't know. Go crazy with that. Woof, he turns into a wolf. Sorry, I'm sorry. I gotta hear that again.
Twilight Princess. I've never seen Twilight Princess. I've never even seen the game in action. The only stuff I've ever seen from Twilight Princess were like stills in magazines, no lie. So I really don't even know much about it. I think that Link can transform into a wolf or something. That's all I know about the game. So I'll be very interested to play this game for the first time, to check it out and experience it in HD. I don't know what the controls are going to be. Please, God, I hope that I don't have to use this stupid fucking bulky, monstrous controller to play a Zelda game for endless hours. Hopefully they'll let me use... I do have the Pro controller for the Wii U, and I hope they're going to let me use that instead of this. I guess we'll find out.
Of course they're going to let you use the Pro controller. It's a freaking Zelda game. That was on GameCube. It was on the GameCube. There was... And to me, personally, I think the tablet is a great controller. I didn't really get any... I didn't get uncomfortable with it. The only thing that sucks is the battery. But... It's comfortable, and I played Wind Waker with it. I like having the map there. It is so much easier dealing with the item menu and the map and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what he's talking about personally, but whatever. But yeah, you can use the Pro controller if you want. It says I don't think you can't use the Wiimote anymore. It's because it's a left-handed Link again, so it's the GameCube version. So that means the maps are also on the GameCube maps. So it's not the Wii where everything was flipped because it was right-handed and all that. So I don't know why that made a difference, to be honest. It made sense why the sword had to be on the right hand. That made sense. But I don't know why the maps had to be on the right side. If someone could tell me why, I'd like that, because I don't know why the maps had to be flipped on top of that, but whatever.
Plus, I also did have, I do still have the GameCube controller. Remember, I bought that when I got Smash for the Wii U.
Smash is the only game
quite
that
a while
uses
ago.
Which is ridiculous,
but
in my opinion.
The thing is, I think that game only works with Smash. I don't know if it works with anything else.
Nope.
But we'll find out. Anyway, so that's going to start on Friday, and it's going to be a marathon, meaning the entire day is going to be Zelda, because I'm that excited to play Zelda Twilight Princess. I'm going to be doing a first stream of it and a second stream of it on Friday, okay? Saturday will be Zelda on stream and a new DSP Tries. This is actually a product I've been anticipating trying for a while. I knew it was coming. It's finally available, and I want to try this product and see how it is. So that's going to be DSP Tries it for Saturday. Sunday, yes, again will be Zelda, and I will be doing probably...
Dude, he always hypes DSP Tries it now. Before he was like, I'm doing DSP Tries. Now it's like... DSP Tries it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be unique. It was just a hamburger last time. What to do? And now he's saying, well, this is what I've been waiting for, and I bet it's gonna be a hamburger. And it's like he's playing Zelda all day. Okay, great, but I don't know. Okay. Oh no, this is why I paused it. This is why I was talking about Zelda. I bought Zelda Twilight Princess just to see how it's gonna turn out. Let's see who's gonna need the most help, him or me. I might. It's been a while since I played Twilight Princess. I had played the Wii version way back in 2006, so this is gonna be refreshing for me. I didn't really like Twilight Princess when it came out. I played it, beat it, didn't really care for it. I decided to get it because I wanted to re-experience it, because maybe I'll have a different opinion of it now that I'm older and I like things now. But I just also want to see who's gonna have the harder time, me or DSP. I'm gonna wager that he's gonna have the hardest time. And the other thing with it is, he said on Twitter that he's gonna have a rage and fail free gameplay of Twilight Princess, and I said that is way too soon to make those kind of promises, let alone that's a game you never played before. I mean, if it was me, I would say that maybe joking. I mean, I might say that I played Twilight Princess before. I have a vague idea of the game, but I wouldn't, even then, I wouldn't say I'm going to, not rage. I'd probably say the Ground Zeroes. If I was saying, I'm going to play Ground Zeroes again, and I'm not going to rage, there you go. Or something like that. If it's a game I know, or if I've already played that they're re-releasing, I would say that. But not to a game I haven't played like he's doing. Just saying, I'm willing to bet he's gonna rage on day one of the game. I bet.
probably Sunday night, the week in preview, and hopefully I'll be able to set up patron stuff by then. I don't know. It's going to depend on how much stuff processed on Patreon and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. Then that Monday is also kind of up in the air. And the reason I say that is because I might want to play more Street Fighter, and I think I might have a craving for more Street Fighter at that point. And so maybe I'll do more Street Fighter. I don't know. And then that whole week, basically, that second week of March, from like March 7th through the 11th, there's not much going on besides Hitman at the end of the week. There's a new Hitman game comes out on the 11th, and it's an episodic game. I'm definitely checking that out. The release for that week is The Division. Now, I'm going to be honest with everyone. At first, years ago, I was very interested in the Division. As the game progressed over the years and you saw how it changed into more like an MMO than anything else, I fell less and less in love with the Division to the point where I really wasn't very interested. I didn't have opportunity to participate in any of the betas or anything. I was too busy with other stuff going on. So I didn't get to play it. And most people who've played the game, I kind of posed a public question. And I said, do you think I should play the Division? When I asked that question, I'm not kidding you, about 80% of the people said no. This is a game that's kind of going to be kind of like a Destiny-style game. It's an MMO. It highly focuses on cooperative play and long grinding-style gameplay with other people, and that it's not very interesting for a view. It may be great for, if you're going to do a playthrough of it yourself, to play and experience it with friends. It's a great game, but it's probably not going to have anything interesting in regards to me doing a playthrough of it. So I'm almost 100% sure I'm skipping the Division.
Why?
But herein lies the problem with that. If that's the case, the only thing I'll have to play that entire second week of March is Zelda. Now that's fine. I'd love to play Zelda all week, but I know traditionally, every time in the past 4 years that I've played a Nintendo game, I don't get a lot of people who care. They basically come out and they're like, well, there's a little niche group of people. They really like it, but niche. Apparently my viewer base is...
What? Zelda is niche? A franchise that's been around for 30 years, that just did their tour of their concert for 30 years, is a niche game? Let alone Twilight Princess is a... Twilight Princess is a huge favorite amongst a lot of fans. Like, a lot of people like Twilight Princess. And it's a niche game? What? I would mostly say Majora's Mask would be niche, because a lot of people don't like Majora's Mask. I mean, I know there's people that like Majora's Mask. Don't get me wrong, I like Majora's Mask, but I would believe that that's more niche than Twilight Princess is. In comparison, if you compare the two, I think Twilight Princess would be more... Majora's Mask would be more niche in comparison. I mean, I think the only reason why Majora's Mask got a lot more popular is because of the 3DS remake, which was great. But even then, Zelda's not niche. It's not... Pikmin is more niche than them, than Zelda. And even then, Pikmin's not that niche. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. I'm sorry, like, I'm a kind of Zelda fan. I love Zelda. I couldn't let this slide because it doesn't make any sense. How can Zelda be niche? Everyone knows what it is. Everyone likes watching it. You know, wouldn't people be interested in seeing Zelda? Whatever. Let's...
Not based around Nintendo. Sucks because I love Nintendo, but it is what it is, right? So I kind of got to say, what am I going to do that week? If it's not the Division, maybe I'll balance in Street Fighter V and balance that with Zelda. The other thing we have to consider, which we don't know yet, is when the expansion content is going to be coming out for Street Fighter V, because supposedly in March, we're supposed to get a challenge/trials mode. We're supposed to get a boss rush challenge mode. We're supposed to get online lobbies that hold more than 2 people, right? So that's 3 major things right there, that all of which I could do major streams on and cover. But we don't know when it's out. And Capcom's not saying anything, probably because they could barely keep their servers working, so they're obviously not going to take on any other responsibilities until they can get their already non-functional game functional. So I can't tell you what's going to happen that second week. I may do something different, completely outside the box. I may just do Zelda. I may do Street Fighter and Zelda. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens that week, all right? But I will be doing the new Hitman episodic game on March 11th, all right? And I don't know how long that first episode will be. It may just be one stream. It may end up being multiple streams. We'll see. Then, March 15th, 2 new games, UFC 2 and Major League Baseball released that day. I want to play both of these games, so I will be...
Zelda is niche, but MLB and UFC are going to bring in the views. Kill me. Wow.
Playing these games during that week. In addition, later on that week, supposedly Pokken Tournament comes out. This is the the Pokemon fighting game made by the game designers of Tekken. Why it's called?
Isn't it pronounced Pokken? Not Pokken? If it's pronounced Pokken, type 1. If it's Pokken, type 2.
Called Pokken, Pokemon Tekken, Pokken. And that's going to be on the Wii U, and I'm interested in it. Apparently in Japan, it's a very unique thing, like it's a cultural thing. People are really enjoying this game for whatever reason. At the same time, I love Tekken. I think Tekken's a great series. I don't know how it's going to translate into giant lumbering beasts being super fast and doing combos and stuff. I've seen zero footage of the game. So I'm interested in playing it and checking it out, and I definitely want to do coverage of that, so I'll be doing that as well. And quite honestly, between finishing up Zelda, UFC, MLB, Pokken Tournament, and whatever the expansion content comes out for Street Fighter V, that's going to pretty much be it for March. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, the Patron's Choice playthrough will be beginning in March, and we'll have at least 2 sessions of it at some point. It could be second streams, it could be first streams, I don't know. We have to see what game gets voted in by the patrons, but that will happen. And as I said, if we do hit the funding level, at the end of March or very early April, you will see a marathon of platforming if we hit the goal. So all that could possibly also happen in March. So in summary, March starts off with the conclusion of Garden Warfare 2, Far Cry Primal and their reviews, a new episode of Ask the King, and some Street Fighter V. Followed by Twilight Princess HD, followed by Hitman, and probably more Street Fighter V whenever there's expansion stuff during the month, UFC 2, MLB, Pocket Tournament, and then, of course, the Patron's Choice playthrough and possibly a platforming marathon. That's going to be a jam-packed month full of stuff. And keep in mind, I'll still be juggling vlogs, and I'll be juggling edited content on KOGaming. Reviews and stuff will be going on of all the stuff I'm playing. So it's going to be very jam-packed full of stuff for you. Whew. That's a lot of stuff to talk about in one mouthful. So this is really the month in preview, not the week in preview. I hope you appreciate that, and now you have a better view of what exactly to expect in the next 30 or so. Actually, it would be 32 days as of today.
Take a sip.
The only other thing that I'll mention in this video, which I almost never do, but it is a special occasion, it's the 1-year anniversary of my girlfriend Leanna's business.
My girlfriend Leanna.
She opened a business 1 year ago this weekend called The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. She's done great for herself. She's had over 150 sales and shipped hundreds of items worldwide to places like Europe and Canada and Mexico. All kinds of different places she shipped orders. I think she can ship to Japan now, too, although I don't think she's ever had an order from Japan. Crazy amounts of stuff. And people love it. The people who've ordered from this business absolutely love it. So I just want to throw a plug out there. I'll put a link to her business in the description of the video. It's at etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant. If you do make an order, FYI, if you order within 1 day of me making this video, so by the end of February, if you place an order and use the code 1year20, that's ONEYEAR20, and I'm not going to put text on the screen for that, so you just have to visualize that those things appeared.
Wow.
If you use that, you'll save 20% off any order of $25 or more, which basically negates shipping costs no matter where you live, plus you'll save a little bit on the sale. So there you have it. Check it out. Give it a look. Congratulations to Leanna for 1 year of success. Hopefully another year of success in the making here. And it's not just for the ladies. It's for guys, too. In fact, the majority of her customers have been male, and she's got nothing but positive.
I like how he always singles out men. Always. It's like he assumes men don't keep good hygiene. Which is kind of scary that he thinks that, because, you know, does he think that hygiene is feminine or something? Because usually when I wake up, I always take a shower in the morning. all the time because I kind of want to. Yeah, it's a freaking shower. Why does DSP is like, well, men, you need to get soap, okay? I know it's kind of girly, but get my girlfriend soap. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, whatever.
Positive feedback, so check that stuff out, all right?
Check it out.
That's it for the week, the month, whatever you want to call it in preview. I sure hope that you'll join me for the new stuff this week. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. And without further ado, the final special thanks to the January patrons who made the upcoming Patreon.
Okay, that's it. I'm not because I apparently that gives you a kind of ID. So this is the drawing. You like it. If you like it, say yes. If you hate it, say stop. Or whatever, I don't know, do whatever you want. This is just a doodle anyway, I'm probably not going to save it. So that's it. Now I'm going to say this. I do want to take on Tevin's Almighty Challenge. I'm going to call it the Almighty Challenge. I'm going to call it that because of enduring the playlist DSP loses. I want to do that endure. It's gonna take a long time because it's a lot of videos, like 200 something videos. So I'm gonna do. I'll have to do it in parts, unfortunately, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. When will I do it? I don't know. That I really don't know, but I do plan on doing it. I'll do the Almighty Challenge, so it could be, so I can say I did it. I only did it because I honestly don't think it's gonna be as bad as he kind of made it sound. Because like because I watched him do the Street Fighter 4. He watched some of the DSP Loses playlist in his video, and he's like, "Well, man, I can't imagine someone sitting through all this." I want to prove him wrong. I wanted to sit through it, and I'm gonna share my experience of sitting through it. When will I do it? I don't know. I want to do it. I would like to say this week. But I don't know what I'm going to do this week because I have a lot of stuff coming up on my plate. There's an exam I have to study for this week, so I'm going to be probably studying most of the time. Obviously, because studying is important. Remember, kids, studying is cool. So what do I do this Street Fighter thing? Probably, I would like to say, maybe next week. The earliest would be next week. The latest would probably be the summer. I'd probably do it in the summertime, but until then, I think that's it. Thanks for watching this video, and woof. Woofs, guys. Be careful of those woofs. Wow. That's my favorite thing he's ever pronounced. Everyone says frogs. Everyone likes the way he says frogs. Mine is woof. I like that's how he pronounces wolves. Is woofs. He's from Connecticut, and he can't pronounce wolves. What is this guy? Oh, right. This has gone long enough.